I literally just ate, so I'm full. But I really used to feel bad about not being able to keep a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay at a job long term. It would always be that I was probably having some financial trouble, or I was kind of tired of my life or whatever, and I wanted to make a change. I was desperate to make a change. And I would try to pick up a job. And for some time, I was actually considering going into the trades. I was considering joining the military, going into the National Guard. Also, I could become an entrepreneur. And when I look back on that, I just be like, wow, that is so stupid that I tried to, that I, and I still kind of do it to this day a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Where I'll try to go work a 9 to 5 jobs to help me get caught up on my bills and kind of help me financially and everything. But then I realized what that was. It's because I wasn't applying myself fully. I wasn't 100% applying myself to this entrepreneurship because I thought about something. Yeah, I could go into the trades. I could go get my degree and work at some certain job that pays 100K a year for computers or whatever, and do something that I don't want to do. When I know good and John Brown well, I know good and hell well, I know damn well, sorry, okay. I know damn well what I want to do is be an entrepreneur. So I want to be an entrepreneur. So if I want to be an entrepreneur, why am I doing other things? Because to get better at being an entrepreneur, to start your own business, do you know what you have to do? You have to start your own business. You got to become an entrepreneur. You got to be an entrepreneur. So working at these 9 to 5 jobs isn't going to help me become an entrepreneur, especially if it's a full-time job. It isn't going to work that way. So throughout my life, I feel like I've tried to work at jobs, and you know how it's like it's someone else's business. They are the ones running it, and you have to abide by whatever they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to show up at a certain time. You have to, you got to be there at a certain time. You got to do a certain thing. And that's what they're telling you that you have to do. But where I kind of ran into an issue, or where I started to kind of not really feel as masculine, you know what I'm saying, when I was working at these jobs, it's kind of crazy because when I feel like I don't have freedom, when I feel like a lack of freedom, when I feel like I'm doing something because I'm being forced to do it, I don't feel as confident in myself. You may have noticed this. This may be you too. Comment down below if it is. I notice when I'm doing my gig work, like, the gig economy, all the shopper apps and delivery, all that, right? All that stuff. When I do that, I feel a strong sense of freedom and masculinity, especially when I do really great on it and I make money and like I'm making progress in things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I'm making money on it, now, my logic is this. If I can do one thing and I can make a whole lot of money on this one thing with this, doing these things here, why would I go do something that doesn't really make me as much money? Why would I? Because I think the reason, because when I was doing this one job, I felt very awkward. I just felt, people were trying to interact with me, and you know how it's like people, very wealthy people, and you almost feel like you're not really on their level as far as like wealth. It's like you are doing a job, and they are the ones that are paying you, right? So they have the money. And it almost makes you kind of like it lowers your sense of value in a way on the social hierarchy. And you almost see yourself as like not necessarily low value, but lower value. Like you're not as valuable as you should be. And I think what that does is it causes you to start, you don't feel as masculine. You don't feel like a man. You don't feel like you can look another man in the eyes, you know what I'm saying, and be confident in yourself. So with me, it pretty much led to me just being a little bit more awkward than I usually am. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? And when you are doing things, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get, like, your intuition's gonna be telling you things, and you might not even be listening to it. But I just know that when I first started this job, I felt awkward interacting with people. I just felt like I didn't belong there. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a nonchalant and chill, quiet, reserved person. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't like to really. I like to talk to people, but I don't like to talk to people at the same time. Us introverts, you get it. So I'm doing this job, and I feel awkward, with the people and everything, and the customers and all that. I've never really worked a customer service job like that. It's mainly been restaurants, retail, and delivery driving. I'll probably speak to somebody and hey and bye, and that's about it. But I felt awkward, and I think sometimes the reason that you can feel awkward is in general because you're in the wrong situation. It's just the situation is awkward. It's not that it's not that you are awkward. It's just the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is something that is very common with a lot of people. Well, maybe not a lot of people, but people like me, I feel like I'm literally a natural born entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I attract other entrepreneurs, and I just think it's really interesting, it's really interesting how, I can be an entrepreneur, then I go back to this other job, and I keep going in these cycles. You know what I'm saying? So your intuition is going to tell you, okay, this is not for you. You shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? And especially with the fact that when I know that I could be doing better, there's, and that's the reason why I would always be working at a job. And I'm going to make videos about stories about different jobs that I've worked at and the experiences there and what happened and stuff like that. Okay. But that's why when I worked at certain jobs and I'd be, at the job or whatever, I'd be kind of resentful of the fact that I'm there, you know what I'm saying, that I'm even doing these things, and I'm doing that. And when I talk to people about it, the normal, typical people are just going to think I'm lazy or I'm undisciplined and I don't want to work, or, I just don't want to support, you know what I'm saying, just stuff like that. But I think that majority of the situations and majority of the people that I was around at this time, they didn't really understand me for who I really was. They don't understand me for who I am. Most of the time when you see people that don't really want to work a 9-to-5 job and they want to be entrepreneurs, they think, oh, well, they're lazy. They don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? But I think a better thing is that a better conclusion to draw from this is that instead of being undisciplined and lazy and unmotivated to work, it was actually, I resented being there because I knew that I could do better. I knew that there was something better I could be doing with my time. There was a better way I could be making money. A better way, a more peaceful way See, if I'm doing a job, if I'm doing anything, you know, gig work, or if it's YouTube or what, if it's something that's peaceful, you know, it's kind of bringing me peace of mind, and it's not destroying me, destroying my health. It's actually helping it, and plus I'm making money from it. I think that's a great thing to do. Now, it may be a little less convenient, or I might make a little less money, but you know, while it's like if I was doing something, you know, extravagant, crazy. But I think that the measure of value shouldn't be how much money you're making. It's how much time you have. It's your life quality. Because if you're working, see, and that's what pisses me off about how the modern day society has brainwashed everyone. If you're working at a job and you have to work like 12, 16, 15-hour days, and you're getting paid, you know, you're getting paid a lot of money, a whole lot of money, right? You're rich, but you don't have any time to spend that money. You don't have any time to do what you want in life, and you literally have headaches every day. You're sick because you don't take care of your health because you're always at work. Now, is that really worth it to be sick all the time? Would you rather be sick, like on your, God forbid, on your deathbed, just because you worked more hours and you didn't spend time with your family and stuff like that? I had a situation with I don't want to say ex. I just want to say a person. Yeah, we already know it's an ex. So, yeah. So, I had a situation with this person, whatever, ex, whatever. And I was working at a job. And I'm gonna make another video on that job I was working at. I don't care if they see this video. Forget them. But, and I don't care who sees the video at all. You see the video, then yeah, I'm talking about it. It doesn't even matter. So basically, what happened was I was working at a job and I completely hated it. It was awful. It was just, you know, toxic. I didn't even have time to take a shower when I got off. You know, I was literally just working. I was barely even getting my bills paid either. And I found a job that kind of paid me less, but it probably would have been a bit better on my mental. It would have probably been a bit better for me to take care of myself and go to the gym and still, you know, still be healthy and everything and still make money. Now the woman I was with at the time, she had an issue with this. She had a problem with it. She felt like, and we weren't really together anyways, but still, she had a problem with me doing what was best for me. She said, oh, I'm gonna do what's best for me. And that situation, I'm not gonna blame her. I'm not gonna say it's her fault, because most people are worried about what other people think about them. You know what I'm saying? What other people are going to think. So if I quote unquote downgrade from something that doesn't matter in the first place, it doesn't even matter, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna look bad on her. Now, but instead of looking at it like, okay, well, he's doing what's gonna help him, he's doing what's best for him, which is going to help me also. He'll be able to spend more time with me. Well, he'll be able to go to the gym, become a better version of himself, instead of wasting his life away at this toxic ass job that does not care. They can just replace him immediately if, God forbid, something happened. You know what I'm saying? And I think the whole, you know, how you get paid, you can get paid $18 an hour, 14, 15, 13. I don't think it even really matters how much you're getting paid, honestly. It really doesn't matter. Because when you think about it, you're getting paid by the hour. So it's not really much of a, it's not a big huge difference versus making $10,000 a month with like being an entrepreneur. So in my opinion, that honestly does not matter either. So the situation just kind of ended, fizzled out or whatever. But that just goes to show you that a lot of people out here, they're very like just concerned about looks, like what people think about them. That's why they're doing most of the things they do. And me going back to a job that, or going to a job that clearly just didn't work for me in the first place, you know what I'm saying? Or because somebody told me I should be, I should get a real job instead of trying to be an entrepreneur or be my own boss, or whatever. Like being my own boss is weird or something like that. That's me trying to people pleasing other people. You shouldn't be out here trying to please other people, because it is not up to them for you to live your life. You need to live your life the way you want to live it. So the reason I want to be my own boss is because I think it's just better for me. I'd rather work 7 entire days of the week, all day, working very hard and working on myself and growing, than working like 4-5 hours a day. 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, and just staying in the same place. Maybe at best you become a manager, and even still, you're not getting paid that much money. You're not getting that much. You're not getting that much life fulfillment. I think the main problem with society these days with people is that instead of got some potato on me, my lip. Yeah, weird. Instead of trying to instead of saying, hey, my life is the way it is and that's just the way it is, why don't you change it? Life is really what you make it. You can mold your life into whatever you want. And working at a 9-to-5 job, and you hate it, you don't like it, but you're like, oh, well, I have to do what I have to do. I gotta take care of business. Sure, of course you gotta take care of business. But don't forget about your dreams. Always remember what you want. Now, I'm not saying to quit your job and disregard your responsibilities. You quit your job, lose your house, lose your car. Then you're like, oh, well, Raheem told me to quit my job and be an entrepreneur. No, I didn't. Raheem ain't say nothing. Raheem did not say that. Raheem said, if it is safe to do so. I'm not saying don't take care of your responsibilities. I'm not saying don't take care of your kids, don't take care of your family. I'm not saying don't take care of your, your car payment, your everything you have to take care of. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you can build the life that you want for yourself. You can literally make your life into whatever you want. Just like in a dream, except it's reality. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta take what the world is giving you. You're not a product of the world. You're not a product of this generation. You're not a product of your environment. You determine your perspective. You determine how you see your environment, and you mold your life into how you want it. And that doesn't mean you got to be an entrepreneur, but for me, that's just what works best for me. That's what I want out of life. I'm not taking what everybody tells me I should want. I'm gonna take what I do want. But yeah, this video has gotten pretty long. I'm definitely gonna make a part 2, make more videos on, just becoming your own boss and being an entrepreneur, and why I think it's good for some people. Not everyone can do it, but it's definitely something that that I'm gonna pursue for sure. But yeah, and if you would like to follow me on this journey, this spiritual journey of love, gratitude, joyfulness, peace, and positive thinking, gratefulness, and authenticity, just being yourself, and becoming more pure, spiritually enlightened and everything, definitely like, comment, subscribe. You you have any similar experiences, comment that down below. Share your experience. And my name is Raheem the GOAT. And like always, never give up. Your younger self is rooting for you. Peace.